we doing today? We're going back to the finest bra, which is the golden standard of Axis versus Allies. Today is no roleplay game, my friends. This will be the highest level of skill ever. It's an invitational. Oh, already training Navy here. Germany taking it serious. It's 3 Germanys, right? Yeah, 3 Germanys, I'm quite sure. Already we see something interesting from the UK. We know it's all about air, meta, air. I think it's some kind of carrier airplane. He wants to build a carrier build, maybe. Oh, Russia could get actually encircled in Madrid, which will be devastating for Russia. He will lose
that's pretty
5
huge.
division. If Russia gets... No, but France is helping. Okay, that was close.
No, he's getting out. He's getting out. Oh, actually, no, he's encircled. It's over.
Oh,
it's.
I don't think he's allowed to delete that. This might be Russia losing 3 divisions, which is... And these are good mountaineers, actually. They're, like, legit. And I don't think Spain will get Barcelona before 1st of January. The difference is, chat, let me show you. So this is total victory. Look at all the buffs he gets, right? And he even gives buffs to Germany. You see that? He gives Germany 7.5 less consumer goods. And he even gives Germany tungsten rights. You see that? But if he doesn't win by 1st, he gets this one. A bit of a weaker version of this.
It's just victory, right?
Morangi says it perfectly. The Allies holding, just holding, is already making a weaker Spain. This could be a first, and we didn't have the last time, a first little victory for the Allies, which I'm very pro-Allies today. And it's Christmas. I think this Spain will not get a 1st of January win, boys. Divisions actually dying. In the end, they did well here. They brought Spain below the best outcome. And that's a good kill. Nice. Interesting civil war.
We do have the outbreak of Japanese conflict in China.
Yes. He's doing a really good job, though. He's got full supply in his landing. The AI doesn't seem to be a match for him. Yeah.
2 Germans just arrived. Very often, Japan's only land in Nanjing to force enemy units to come down there.
Yeah.
It's not really supposed to do too much. And he already, the first
important thing in Shanghai
is always to take Jinan, the supply up, right? Because supply is...
everything.
My man is getting killed by AI.
Where?
There, boom!
That's not good, yeah. And they're real divisions.
And these are good divisions. This fucking hurts.
He had 4 divisions, dude.
Is it 2 Japans or 1? Because that's a micro mistake. I'm going to be a bit of an ass here. That's 3 Japans! And you let that happen. He's gonna lose 2 more divisions. Oh, Japan is getting murdered.
Oh my god.
The problem is if Japan dies, it kind of kills the game.
He's taken Zhengzhou. He's taken another supply hub.
Sometimes I think you can see a good player or see if he has it in control. You press T on your keyboard, and they're not producing any railways. They're not producing any supply hubs, especially railways are important. He is kind of stuck in this red supply here this way. You need these encirclements badly because in this mod, the way China is hard is they spam infant divisions. I mean, everyone look at the screen. There's so many Chinese. And the way you beat division spammers is you have to encircle. Honestly, I talk shit about Japan. He lost 4 divisions. He has a 1 to 15 KD, which is amazing. There's 3 Japans and they're not microing. Look at the south. Germany building insane rubber. He's building a rubber like he's building a assault gun. Panzer 4.
They're not. Oh, they are assault guns.
Flame tanks.
Specifically assault
tanks. Look at this Germany.
Sorry, like we're just
2 mils of Panzer 2s. But look at that air, man. Dude, Germany going air like there's no tomorrow.
Oh my god, look at that.
Wow.
Holy shit.
It's always hard. If Germany's competent, you're not going to do shit as France, but let's see. But look at the meta. They already know the fight will be at the marginal line. The marginal.
Did you see the UK air?
This is sometimes, I'm sorry, but this is sometimes making me a little bit distant to this mod, playing myself. Because you see, you can't really enjoy, for example, the UK. The UK, look at this, only air, nothing else. It's meta, I get it. But this is something that always makes me a bit, oh man. Is China done, by the way? Japan did that well. He lost divisions unnecessarily for bad micro, but technically very clean China here, very clean. Also, I like the team play here. Romania is gonna be his main infantry on the marginal line. So Germany has more time for tanks. And here we see the German tank. What I like about these casts is we have a very different game nowadays, a very, very different build. This Germany is building assault guns, medium assault guns with tanks. This is not a real medium tank. This is an SPG. Here we go, Danziger War. We're at war. That was pretty fast.
Okay, here we go.
There we go. Let's finally enjoy. I like how Romania is his infantry. That's really cool teamwork here. As Germany, you have to almost nowadays anticipate that. You will lose a bit to France in the beginning. He just has these beautiful heavy tanks. They're not going to do much. There's a crazy air war. Oh, that is a big air war.
He's gonna snake.
Oh god, so many micro mistakes by these players. I literally said this is the highest level you'll ever see. And the problem is, right, people have to understand, when someone snakes you, they take their factories away. 22 mils producing. Assault gun only tanks. So interesting. Germany's doing great here, man. Germany
German breakthrough, Dunkirk. German breakthrough, he's fucking, it's over. There it is.
But this is normal.
I don't think France will respond.
The bill comes at Africa. Should I look at Africa? Looks okay, Africa. Yes. I like the Australian game impact. No anti-tank though. I like that's very cringe. And the thing is, this is a bad time for the allies in Africa. This is an anti-infantry German tank. This is a soft attack tank.
Yes.
And there's a lot of soft targets in Africa right now.
competition. I have fun.
There's actually a West Africa war. I love that. Very interesting. And the Allies
I'm
are
glad you like
actually
my
trying
badges.
to hold Oran. They're now
Maybe
jumping
we
over.
might see it.
Sicily, Germans are
Middle
now
of Britain has
jumping
begun.
over.
There's Vichy.
Only Australia is defending Africa. No heavy tanks South Africa. No Indians. No UK.
Nothing.
No
Those
New
Indians,
Zealand. They're
yeah.
doing Iraq hold.
Yeah, and the South African heavy tanks.
They built a
South
wall.
African
Look at
heavy.
that. They built the wall from
Yeah,
World
yeah,
War
yeah.
Z. Oh,
And the South African heavies there.
He even just told them, Australia, please retreat. They're giving it away, but they want to
Yeah, they're giving
defend.
it
Look
up.
at chat. They are defending the oil here, if I can show you. I think they just know
countries.
they can't hold this.
Yeah.
I like Italy. Italy is a marine-only Italy. Italy is doing marines.
What is
But
Red
this is
Guard's
great, right? By
tank?
holding this mountain line, the marines also have no impact. You take away his impact.
They're making a huge mistake here too. They're not defending any of Africa. Like that's so much rubber to give up to the Axis in the
you mean
low
that
supply
rubber?
area. I think it'd be
I
worth
want to
it
give
'cause
kudos to the Allies for at least trying something here, like standing in these mountains. But the Allies are in a mountain tile with level 4 forts. I think the Allies can't die here. Air is also pro-allied. I think this is clever by the Allies. This is the Amman line. And now you see the Allies kind of protected. It's weird to explain, chat, right? But by holding this line, they protected Israel and Sinai.
And they don't want to give any fuel. I don't think they ever want to. They don't want to give any fuel to the Italians either, or
Already
the
much
Axis.
stronger allies than last time. Oh, I'm on Germany's side, and they're pinging South France. And like, why? And what they're doing is, chat, they're building an airport in South France to reach Gibraltar, I think. Hugo now dying. Pretty basic war. Nothing crazy here.
Quickly.
Russia I literally just saw Russia click a button and spawn in over 20 medium tanks.
Yeah, but I don't think they're ready yet.
Yeah,
His
they're
tanks aren't
terrible,
ready.
man.
Hungary naval invaded Norway.
Oh, yeah, they're
Hungarian
still
Marines.
Norway, yeah, Norway is still a thing.
Yeah.
They're going into Africa, though. South Africa must be concerned about this. There's a big flaw in the thinking of the Allies. South Africa is wide open. He might just get kicked out of the
Yes.
game. Yeah. He is right side Germany, but he only has 5% consumer goods. His economy is amazing.
Yeah, he's doing good.
He's losing some convoys in the Red Sea now. You can really feel the Allies
How
are
many
just
mills he's
trying
building?
to poke. The Allies actually now defending Africa. The Allies are showing great reactions. It looks good.
Doing some shit in Indonesia as well. They gave Indonesia to Australia. And the U.S. has deployed troops there as well. It looks like he wants a bit of action everywhere.
The reason the Allies don't go to the Suez Channel is what happens? Who knows? Of all the new people, if you're brand new to HOI4, why are the Allies not going to the port? If you go to the front line, German tanks can build planning. They can make a planning.
The Russians have an interesting line infantry division. It's most of the time we see just a 20 width infantry with hospital shovels, anti-air, and and support artillery. But the Russian holding infantry has line artillery and line anti-tank. That actually will do more damage to German tanks. It looks like they're really planning to make this an attritional war.
Bro, Canada has 8 tanks in Africa. That's so impressive. What? Adolf Hitler is gone. Oh, he went for Albert Speer.
We have some developments here as well. We got a attempt at taking Gibraltar, which is probably not going to work.
They're trying
The
very
UK is-
hard.
Oh.
It's so clever to build the South French airport. Look at this, chat. The South French airport is massively helping in Gibraltar. Very, very clever. Wow, there's 360 cast damage done, but it's not enough to take Gibraltar. Damn. Pretty heavy air battle, yeah. Pretty heavy.
It's a lot,
This is a massive
And the cast damage.
battle for Gibraltar, man. This is like a movie. But what the UK is doing is he just always has reserves, right? Rejoining the fight. The British are getting mauled, but they're always sending in new people.
Now, in this mod, allies get buffs for
hold.
this island situation, correct?
Yes, access to, yeah. So right now it's even. You have to
Same
take the
also-
islands first.
Australia and India get 30% core defense if Japan doesn't
Yes.
do anything.
Yeah.
The developer is kind of forcing you to
Delay
do
buffer.
island hopping if you want to do anything, which I agree with. I think that's great. And I think it's so interesting, right? Like someone like Doombot. Doombot isn't the deepest in HOI4, and he says the Axis look ahead. And I think all of us agree with this. The Axis look ahead here. They look good.
Yes.
And it's interesting how I think this is faulty. Like, again, I said it 5 minutes ago, the Allies did everything they can so far. At some point, you have to realize you're not going to hold Alamein. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's better to be over here. Oh, a massive naval battle. Britain
Oh,
versus
there
Germany.
it is. Yeah, it's huge.
Germany should get bombed
Big
here.
one.
Germany
Let's
should
see.
lose everything here.
Yeah, Germany's sinking. Oh my god, yeah, he's losing.
Oh, you know what this is? Germany is sacrificing his fleet, so the attack on Gibraltar has no 33% shore bombardment.
Right, shore bombardment. But there's still some.
Perfect
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, you're right.
That's intelligent. I often
That is intelligent.
felt German fleet is for sacrifice. You don't need the German fleet.
It's preparing. Here it
I swear
comes.
we're reaching a meta where there's more tanks than infantry, man. What instantly comes to the eyesight is that Germany did a beautiful thing. Germany said, I will do no infantry. You will be my infantry, Hungary, so I can do only the tanks. And that's really modern HOI4, the team play.
Yeah.
You don't need any infantry as Germany because your teammates do it. So you look at that production. I think what we're going to see here tonight is very good old standard HOI4. Medium tank Germany versus medium tank Russia. No memes, no bullshit. Straight up old school HOI4 here.
So, Tommy, I just got their perspective, but since it looks like the German build is doing very well with its tank production, and the Soviet appears to have gone all in on tanks, do you think this is going to swing on the air war?
I stated also the other stream that I believe that air is just a support. The main battle is always the ground troops, the tanks. If you have green air and good cash, good for you, but it doesn't decide everything. So the air war will be important, yes, but I think the tank, micro, and most importantly, logistics and supply will play the biggest role here. Massive naval invasions. Japan is naval invading everything. Big naval battles.
They're defended. Oh, he abandoned the islands. The U.S. had troops there, and they're gone.
Are you sure?
Do we think, does Japan
I
have
swear to
these
God.
focuses?
Okay, so the Americans fell all the way back to Hawaii. That's where all their shit is.
Oh, yeah.
They've abandoned every island.
Singapore dying for free every time nowadays. Back in the day, people defended it, but it's hard to defend. But Singapore
Like,
is
can you do
always
your-
a hard loss. And there you go, Germany versus Russia. How stable will it be?
Finally.
Germany versus Russia. Very interesting that Hungary is
Very
the
good.
main infantry. That's super interesting.
You can see Germany preparing for the long game here with the spear pick, right? Was like huge. Another 10% factory output. It's like those little bits, right? We talked about. I talked about how HOI is a game of production, and yeah, Germany has more factory output than Russia.
Germany even has green on Gibraltar, but still they can't take Gibraltar. Like a very old school game. Russia is behind the Stalin line. This feels very how HOI4 used to be back in the day. That's like he's scouting a bit. Yeah, he's scouting.
Yeah.
So hard to take it though. But Japan so far winning hard, taking stuff. Even this has
He's
no
taking,
fallen shot, even there was Australians here.
They landed in the Philippines too, and Malaya has fallen.
Oh, this is the Manchukuo player, also having Marines.
It's crazy, yeah.
How's India defense?
This Japan player is landing everywhere. Italians are already out of manpower. Italians are out of manpower.
From the Battle of Gibraltar. How many people died in Gibraltar? Like millions? Here begins the first little skirmishes on the Stalin line, the Battle of Kiev, but you can see modern HOI4, there's medium tanks everywhere. Everywhere
These Russian
you go.
infantry. The Russian infantry looks actually like good to hold. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Norway invasion? Oh, wait, Norway. Oh, is that Mexico?
Mexico came in. There you go.
Oh, actual game
Very
impact.
nice.
Again, this is why I love HOI4. Mexico is finding game impact, freeing Norway. But now
Right.
Germans are coming. Germans are coming now.
No, just steel and
They're coming. I love the team play of the Axis. Hungarian and Romanian infantry, so Germany
Yep.
needs 0 infantry. Beautiful. North of Kiev. Oh, Kiev. Massive breakthrough. Germany is breaking through.
he is breaking through it.
Already.
Shit. Oh my god.
Encirclement?
Yeah, possibly
Does
four,
he have-
4 Russian tanks might die here.
Oh, that could be
4
big.
They
Russian
have the
tanks
hands?
might
Do
die.
They have the hands.
Germany is
Getting
breaking
pinned in the
through very
north.
strong. Does this mod have the Blitzkrieg buff where Germany is strong in the beginning? There is a Blitzkrieg buff. Unternehmen Barbarossa.
Oh, yes, okay.
Until Christmas, he has 50% more breakthrough,
So he has time.
which shows you in
He
the
has time.
beginning you just have to survive as Russia. That is a very scary breakthrough.
Yeah. Soviet tanks are already red in the supplies, in the logistics.
Already?
They're already out of
Yep,
tanks.
yep. I think it's...
But maybe we now see
Germany
I was wondering-
minus.
But
Germany
Iraq
minus
is getting active
2.8K.
now. We talked about this. Iraq is now going active.
Yes.
Yeah, minus 3k mediums. Just so you know,
North
it's
Africa.
okay for Russia to die here, right? He's fighting above Germany. But once 25th of December comes in, Germany loses its mega buff. This Iraq war is super interesting. Sinai war, Suez war.
Yeah, Sinai War, yeah, Suez War, yeah.
But now you have to somehow cross
Those
that
tanks-
river.
Is there a counter for the number of belligerent nations in the Allies?
That is a great question, and it seems that very often in the metaistic thought process of the Axis, most resources have to be in Russia. If we see it with Romania and Hungary here, which are not caring about anything going on in Africa, they have to help in Russia, the main mission right here. It seems rather that it's Italy's job to hold, for example, Iraq. It's Germany's job to send little mini divisions to Norway. It's like, I would call it side quests. Holding Africa and Norway is right now a bit of a side quest.
There's a potential for a disgusting encirclement in
I see it.
in Russia here. Yeah, there's a bulge
Russia is
forming.
very overwhelmed, but there's no winter yet. This is bad. I really would have felt Russia would have
No,
felt
he did
better
not,
here.
Lego.
Russia is in massive trouble. He's getting overwhelmed completely. That is a devastating. If they retreat to the, oh my god,
But
oh that hurts.
rescue it.
That's
Can they rescue it?
Ooh.
Wow,
GG
that
encirclement.
hurts.
That was a rough. I mean,
Holy fuck,
notice
man.
how that stack of 33 retreated to the left.
to the left. That's
instead of the
unlucky, man.
east.
I really felt
you.
this will be a very equal game, but Russia is getting murdered.
I think we can say that the best build in the world
Oh my
can't
god.
17.
Or excuse me, if you have
Baba,
good hands, you can beat divisions.
This is actually fucked.
A big thing is there was a lot of planes. The tanks are fast, and there's no winter buffs yet.
Yeah, the air.
Oh, France! Look at France. France with game impact.
Where?
French game impact in Egypt. They're creeping up on. Oh, look at the north. North
Every
Russia.
HOI4 game.
Russia might lose even more. Russia is getting utterly mauled. This is not even close. This is a complete destruction.
It is October 41, and they are on the gates of Moscow.
Leningrad encircled. Yeah, this is why, man. In this mod, Bokwin probably has a different experience. I'm very pro allies because I just see the allies get wrecked all the time. You can't blame USA players because it's too early. Pretty much what often happens in this game is that the big question is how long can Russia hold until the allies become online again?
Not long,
you would
man. I
kind
think
of argue Russia is dying too fast here.
we're back, and there's like a bajillion Soviet divisions in Leningrad right now with no supply. They're eating each other, just like the real siege of Leningrad.
They're not even trying to kill Leningrad right now. They just let it stir. Yeah,
Gibraltar is still going. Those poor Italians.
I feel like stuff like this Gibraltar war, is kind of the end game of HOI4 of brokenness. It's just an infinite war, forever and ever. Which I think is right. Is the way you beat broken shit in this game. You need more soft tissue damage. These soldiers are soft tissue, biological matter, and you need to do anti-biological damage. Soft attack. And Joe Rogan said, why are you better than the others? And he said, in Jiu-Jitsu, a lot of people want to just stall and defend, but I will always try to kill someone. And Doombot said that a bit well. I see something. The allies have green navy in the map. I'm clicking on Italy, and not a single port is defended. Naval invasions to Alexandria, Alamein, and Tobruk
That's what I was saying.
Instantly land. So maybe I have been defending the allies too much. I think Doombot is right. The allies could do more here. I see inactivity. Yeah, Doombot is right. We have a heavy tanks of Africa and a medium tank Canada. And if you look at Egypt, south of Beni Suef, is a desert tile, which tanks perform well in. Instead of attacking this river, you could try to go up this railway here with the tanks. You could probably even win that.
Yeah.
So, I want to stop being so defensive for the allies. The allies could do more right now. Even if there's a D-Day, there's already medium tanks pushing you out. This looks just so grim. How long and how can Russia hold? Can Russia hold and create time for the allies or not? That's pretty much always the big question. Finally, Canada's pushing now. Okay, let's check that. Canada and Egypt. Yeah, he breaks. There you go. There you go. This is what Doombot is saying. Look at that. I said it.
Oh,
and now Canada is murdering Egypt.
Now he's pushing.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And that opportunity was there 15 minutes ago. No hate, but finally
It was so
something's
long ago.
happening.
Yeah.
Beautiful. How's the air war? Green air. They got this. This is the first victory for the allies here. And now if you pair this success with a Russia that holds longer, that's how allies win games.
It goes
Beautiful,
back to
baby.
the
Beautiful,
final
beautiful.
layers.
Italy wants to do something back.
This is bad for Italy. This is all of their Africa.
No,
if they
it's
lose
not good.
Alexandria, that's an entire wipe.
But look at that. I want
It's
to
like
always
real
emphasize
life.
this. Canada is having insane game impact. HOI4 has the beauty that even a minor like Canada can have huge game impact.
Sea lion, perhaps potential sea lion.
No shot.
It's coming.
That's a
There
port.
it is.
That's a
There
port.
it is. It's a port. Italian Marines coming in.
But USA is
undefended
there.
UK, undefended.
Yeah,
American
but look-
Marines are not ready to respond. They're coming in, but they're not equipped.
Yeah, but look at what the
Oh,
USA
yeah.
is bringing. Look at what the USA is bringing.
Even with all that air, it's
That
not
guy's
enough.
listening to
Even
the
with the air.
School of K with mechanized Marines soonish. Italy
Yes.
is active. There's activity. Well, the
Well, I think
allies
you
are
realize.
No.
just reactive.
If
I were Italy-
Spain landed with tanks.
Yeah.
no.
Not good. Not good.
I mean,
yeah.
UK
And
is
The
the
moment
UK
Italy
is losing
hit a
ships.
port,
And right now, look
In
at
England,
the
the
north
moment
of Nottingham. The UK is not coming to the front line. This Italy.
100%.
Right, this Italy. I'm going to fight
That's
in
all good.
Egypt. I'm going to attack you in Gibraltar. I'm going to sea line. So we see the activity of
Yeah.
We're
Italy.
literally seeing
This one.
England getting taken before
Yeah.
Northern Africa. Like, come on.
And I like to fictionalize, for example, you have like in Australia here with Marines or UK, you go to Cyprus, you can attack Alexandria was unprotected. I'm a big
No,
fan
I
of the
think,
allies in this mod lately, but fuck, they're not doing well.
I think there was a way for allies to win this very easily.
Obviously, of course.
And let's not forget what Vaser said. This is a
Oh, German
draft
tanks
game.
encircled.
They actually
no.
drafted equal teams here. They drafted very equal teams.
Moscow's fallen. Most of the stuff that would otherwise be trying to
Damn.
close that Russian pocket is trying to close the
Going on,
Russian
yeah.
pockets. Right.
Yes, this motivates me. I want to play this mod as a allied miner. I would like to play Australia and define this bra. Because like in Australia could have totally, I'm gonna shoot Australia a bit, invaded here and stuff. Interested. Oh man, Russia got murdered, man. That was a complete murder.
Germany
What?
has lost 357,000 troops and have killed over 4 million Soviets. Like the KD is ridiculous.
Yeah, UK is about to fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if
Oof.
you look at the end of the game, the Axis, even down to shitty Bulgaria, active always doing something, team play. I think we saw it also in the last game of this mod, just better team play. You said something interesting. What did Germany do right to beat the Allies? But if we look at the game, Germany didn't beat the Allies. It was Italy and its friends beating the Allies. Who was holding Africa after German tanks are gone? Who is going for Gibraltar? Who is going for Cyprus? Crete, and I think even Malta. Who's going for the UK? It's Italy. Another example of what I like to call activity is, and I know the Allies are giving up a bit now, look at South India. That is activity. This is always how you determine a good and a bad HOI4 player. Japan faces a wall. Okay, I can't push anymore. Let's open something else. Let's invade somewhere.
Allies are trying one last ditch attempt here. A D-Day is happening from Ireland. Somehow, they've mustered the reinforcements. The force has to do it.
Beautiful D-Day, though. And again, I'm going to sound like a broken record. Activity. USA showed activity here.
Low tier D-Day, but if they don't have anything there to stop them, I mean, even low tier
it's
D-Days are better than no
pretty
D-Days.
good. That's what I said earlier, right? You send whatever you can. Send in.
It's a sign of life, though. I like it. It's a sign of life.
Though.
Russia is very close to surrender,
Surrender progress is like almost done, right? Like
here comes the 5 heavy tanks of South Africa, 7 tanks of Canada. I feel a bit bad for the Allies. I feel like they're doing such a good job of commemorating, yet so much was able to come from the UK back to Europe.
I mean, this is very nice. Good job on the USA here. German tanks have arrived in the West Front.
I argue about this for so long now, that invasions are so impossible. You have a beautiful D-Day, you have heavy tanks, you have Canada, you have, I think, do they have air? They have red air.
Red air.
German tanks arrive, you're so fucking in trouble.
Advantage. If it's not an advantage, you just don't do it.
Ouch, Canada's losing half his army. If you do a D-Day like this, which is hard, again, I don't want to shit on these people. While Russia is still alive and kicking, it's so much stronger. Russia is so fucked already that Germany is chill, unstressed, and he can bring the tanks from Russia to the west. The Allies is all about timing, right? Imagine Russia would still be here, this D-Day will hit much harder.
Tommy, I want to get your insights on what the Allies did that was right.
Good question. First of all, I like staying in Iraq like this and not fully giving up Africa, having the threat there. That's important, which in the end leads
they've won
to them. That leads to them taking back Africa, staying in Iraq. That's what leads to that. The USA seems to be playing great. That was a beautiful push here. And this shows, in my opinion, the true culture of X versus Allies. It's timing. If this D-Day happens while Russia is still alive and kicking, then it's a very different game, right? Germany now has time to breathe. He can come west. Russia's dead anyway.
Oh, French naval invasion in Italy. Mainland Italy. Oh my god. Nice.
And this Italy played great, but this Italy never protected anything, right? A single Australian Marine could have taken all of this earlier, right? This is all unprotected. If all of this happens as Russia is still alive, that's... simply put, how you win HOI4 X versus Allies. Triple down on my comment. The Allies played fucking good. That was not that bad. Another massive Axis storm. We gotta be honest. On this stream, the Axis win every game. Germany wins every game.